Hi, thank you so much for signing up for the Resolve to Evolve December Daily Dance Challenge called Dancing in the Dark. I feel so honored. We have 95 plus people who are going to be dancing with us this month, and there's still time for others. If you want to invite friends, please just forward this email to them and let them know about it. Having accountability and the group support, I think, is really what's going to carry us through this month while we're moving together and inspiring each other. So I have tons of notes here. I have a notepad in front of me, so excuse me, but I don't want to leave anything out. It should probably take me like 10 minutes. We have a lot to cover, and I just want to introduce you guys to myself and what this work is all about and why it's so important to me at this time, and would love to get to know you as well. So I'm going to post this on our Facebook group for anyone who wants to be more social during this time. There will be a place where we can all communicate with each other and keep each other motivated. It is Facebook, so it's not like the best. If that's not your thing, you can always email me questions and get support as well. So, okay. I'm Eliza. I live in close to Syracuse, New York, in a town called Marietta, which is just near the tip of Skaneateles Lake, which is one of the beautiful Finger Lakes of Western New York. And I'm a Buffalo, New York native, and moved here last year to get married to my husband. This is where he grew up. I have a sweet puppy dog named Zora who likes to hang out and dance with me, and a Bengal cat named Mr. Miyagi. And my husband is a techno producer, so he's always making loud noise and teaching me how to really like use Tractor and kind of get the sets put together for you guys to make it easy, so you can just have one button to press and hopefully be able to listen to music easily and not have to think about the tech part of this. Yeah, so what do? I I'm a manifesting generator for those of you who are into human design. So through the years, I've kind of been all over in lots of different interests. My sister and I had a restaurant in Buffalo together for 10 years called Merge, and that got me into health coaching, which got me into transformational coaching, which brought me to dancing freedom, which is the practice that I'll be sharing with you with kind of my own take on it for dancing at home. And now I currently work with women entrepreneurs to help them develop branding, logos, and websites so that they can become the change that they want to see in the world. That's the tagline for Resolve to Evolve. And I feel like so much of the work that I do really is about becoming and embodying. So that's kind of the thread that holds Resolve to Evolve together. But I'm always trying new things. And so this month, we're going to explore dancing together, and from our own homes in isolation, can we build community? Can we feel connected to our own bodies and to nature and to each other? And I really think that we can, and I'm excited to experiment with you guys and see what comes through over this next month. I think it'll be really potent if we can really commit to it. So part of that is up to you, and how deeply you want to go this month is in your hands. So even if you dance once a week, you're still dancing 4 more times this month, and maybe you would not. So I really want to encourage you to commit to whatever feels good to you during this time, and to not feel bad if you miss a day or two. This is definitely not intended to make anyone feel guilty or add another thing to your to-do list, but really to offer a space for you to have your own sacred you time, that you can tap into your heart and your body and feel your way through the darkness, which can be challenging. So that brings us to the why. For those of you who know me, you might know that I have a history of depression and anxiety, and typically the Western New York winters are quite dark and cold, and I can relate that a lot of us in this area deal with like seasonal affective disorder, which really just comes down to not having enough light, not having enough movement, not having enough nature, not having enough time to connect. So this is my attempt to keep moving and keep motivated and to keep our light shining this winter and hopefully beyond. So how is this going to work? You're going to receive an email each day with a daily dance mix that either I've created or something that I found on SoundCloud and someone who I really like their style of music. And I would love for you guys to send me mixes that you like as well so that I can find some new artists and stuff that might inspire the group. So you can share stuff like that on the Facebook group. And we're going to be dancing each day in the comfort of our own spaces. So that brings us to setting the space. This is going to be really important for you to choose ahead of time where you want to dance. And I want you to like visualize right now, where is the best space? Where do you see yourself feeling comfortable, having some privacy, having like, you know, a 5-foot square radius where you can really relax and allow yourself to go deep. So I would suggest not having interruption by children or animals if possible, but I do dance with my animals all the time. I don't have any human children, but they come in and dance with me. So yeah, commit, and then wherever you see yourself, choose to dance in that space the same time of day every day through the month of December. That will create like a consistency and keep you sort of activated in that space. And you can also write little notes to yourself, maybe on your bathroom mirror, or leave a post-it near your bed, or set a reminder in your phone so that each day you don't forget to do it. And it just sort of keeps you motivated. Because I've done a lot of things like this where, you know, we can get really pumped up in the beginning, and then as time goes on, we forget or just get distracted. So we really want to set you up for success to move your body, because it feels so great and your body, mind, and heart will thank you for it. So another way of committing is getting support. So feel free to send this, like I said, to your friends and have a little group of a couple people that you know and love who you can text with each day and just check in with each other, or you can find a new friend on the Facebook group who maybe you want to have as like your accountability buddy. Or you can just share with the group and be open to others receiving info, or email me and I'll be happy to keep it going. And yeah, so that brings us to kind of the music. So the playlist that I'll be sending will probably be longer in length, at least the ones that are typically on SoundCloud or Mixcloud are sets that people have created for events. So they're typically like an hour to 2 hours, 2.5 hours. You don't have to dance that long. You can, depending on how you feel that day, skip around to a part that resonates with you, or you can dance the whole time. I'm going to create some shorter mixes so that you have something that can bring you up and back down within a shorter time frame. Yeah, I kind of found that that's something that's missing out there. So I'm excited to create those for you guys. Yeah, and I guess that brings us to the elemental wave. Typically when I'm creating sets, and I notice a lot of, you know, DJs and music producers do this as well, you'll start off kind of slow, giving you a chance to connect to your breath, to feel your body, to just check in with what's happening within you and around you. And we call that earth in Dancing Freedom. That's the practice that I'm a facilitator of. So we tap into like shamanic, ecstatic, somatic, and expressive dance, meaning we're working with the elements through more of a shamanic approach, and we flow through an elemental wave, which means we start in earth, we rise up into water where it becomes like more fluid, and we're tapping into emotions and the literal water within our own bodies. And then we're tapping into fire energy at the peak of our wave. And this is like chaos and sort of heat and the intensity and the element of transmutation, where we're shifting from one state into another. And we really can alchemize some of the stuff that comes up in maybe the more dense elements or emotions within our body. And by dancing, we're able to transform some of that stuff that can be stagnant and bring it more into flow. And that is what dance really is all about. It feels so great because we are breaking up some of the heavy stuff, right? And creating more lightness and expansion in our bodies. And then so we go through the fire, and then we move into air, which is, we feel like more expansive and light, and there's more lyrical flow. And then finally into the element of ether. And ether is this beautiful place where you can connect to your prayers, and you can connect to the sort of quantum realm, the DNA blueprints of your own body and the matrix of the universe around us. And as we dance through those spaces, it is a much more subtle energy, and this is where we really wake up these sort of psychic feeling realms, and maybe you'll download information, or you'll shift something from your past, or you'll have a memory or access dream states. And this all happens just through moving your own body, and our bodies really are these amazing compasses. And as we allow ourselves to freely move, we begin to remember these more subtle realms of feeling that maybe we haven't accessed in a really long time. So that brings us to kind of the dance aspect of this. There's really no steps. So when I say dance, that can be stretching, sitting, meditating, self-massage, just breathing with a hand over your heart and just feeling your own body. And you're honoring what actually feels good to you. So I've noticed in yoga practices, sometimes if I'm in a class, the teacher will often move through certain poses rather rapidly, and I'll find that there's one or two that just feel so good, and I don't want to leave those poses. When you're at home doing your own thing, you can stay in the same spot or stretch or repetitive motion for as long as you want. You can do whatever you want. And sometimes that can be scary to people, but hopefully it will be inspiring to you. So you can get into some of those places and hang out there and shift some things that maybe have been hanging out in your body for years, which can be amazing. So yeah, stretching, yoga, you can make as much noise as you want. I really encourage that. In Dancing Freedom, we're often like screaming and growling and like, whoa, just like letting it all out, and it feels amazing. Sometimes I'll do push-ups. I mean, not like full push-ups because I'm not really great at those, but the ones like where you're on your knees. Sometimes I'll do ab work. Whatever feels good to you. And it's your time and it's your workout, and you can push yourself as much or as little as you want. And the goal is not to burn calories or have like, build crazy muscle. The goal is different for this. This is self-love through movement therapy. So whatever feels good to you, feels good to you. Yeah, I think that's it. So the basic gist is that I really am excited to move with you guys and experiment growing community, even though we are isolated this year, especially even more than previous winters. And I know that I need you to stay accountable to myself. I need you just as much as you need the group, and I can't wait to start dancing with you guys. So stay tuned. I'll share a couple more videos throughout the month with just some tips and information, and you'll get the daily dance mixes. And feel free, like I said, to shoot me any questions, and have a blessed dance journey. Yeah, talk to you soon. Bye.